Hello and welcome. Today we've got Melissa Redpill and we are going to be discussing the man of lawlessness revealed. Now, just before we begin, you can subscribe to our Telegram channels and to nicholasveniamin.com for my free email updates. And if you're watching this for the first time on YouTube, I will leave the link below in the description for the full interview, unless, of course, myself and Melissa Redpill can choose our words wisely due to the insane censorship that's happening right now. Melissa, thank you for joining me. How are you and what have you been up to?
Hey, I'm on a little bit of a road trip. And so I don't know if you can see this in the background. Isn't that beautiful? I wish you were here with me. Isn't that beautiful?
You've got blue sea, you've got palm trees. I wish I was there with a frappuccino with you.
I would love that. I would love that. You've got to come over. Yeah. So I know we don't have much time. So I wanted to just shout out two things today. And since there's so much information that's coming out. And so I wanted to kind of give my perspective as like the Bible lady. So there's two things I wanted to talk about this man of lawlessness revealed. There's a passage in 2 Thessalonians 2:2, which is kind of interesting because it's the year 22. And it talks about this man of lawlessness would be revealed. And that there would be a lot of, that this wouldn't happen until this breakthrough wouldn't happen until the man of lawlessness was revealed. And this is the thing I'm trying to, make sure everyone's encouraged to know that, for example, you, Nick, a few years ago, you didn't see any of these things. I didn't see any of these things. It's been revealed to us. And so that's, I think for me, that just keeps me encouraged and know that God trusted us with this mission and that he knows that we can do it, and Absolutely. He's going to give us the strength to do it.
And that's why it goes. And that's what I think you're right, because someone asked me, once, what challenges did you have to face doing this? And I said, there's no challenges at all. It just goes very, very smooth, because when you follow your gut and your heart and you stay in your truth and your moral and I align myself in my truth. I feel that everything just goes smooth. It's a bit like finding a woman or a relationship. It's meant to be and everything just goes smooth.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and so what's kind of difficult there, I don't know if you've experienced this, but a lot of the folks that are on Freedom Force Battalion, they've had, family members, rejecting them. And, it's really had some breakdown in relationships. And so that's has made it really, difficult. And so, for this passage, and I can't quote it exactly. I normally have the screen to share, but it says that that when this happens, that they'll be destroyed. So I want you to be encouraged that, I'm talking about you, your audience, to be encouraged that this is the day when they're going to be removed from the earth. And there's a really funny verse, and it's actually I'm writing a sequel to the book, End Times and 1,000 Years of Peace, and everyone's really, really liked it. And then as I go through the Bible, it's like it's everywhere. This amazing sign. I wonder. Anyway, I know you're not really big on sharing the screen, but I've shown that star sign, right? Mm-hmm. And it happened September 23rd, 2017. And literally everywhere I look, it's all throughout the Bible that there will be there's this woman in labor, and they'll be gripped with fear when they see the woman in labor. And all of this will happen when the woman is in labor. I mean, it's literally once you start to see it, you see it everywhere. And because it's a sign for us. And so some people are like, oh, well, how do you know that this is going to happen now? Well, this has been this great awakening, right? Clearly. Now, some people don't get it. They're not awake. So, but for those of us who are, we know there's something big going on. Everyone knows something big's going on, but they haven't really been awakened to the evil. Anyway, but it says they'll be in, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, that when they say the rapture, do you think the rapture is those people who, experience the Great Awakening and that can see?
Yeah, I don't think we've ever talked about that. I don't know if we have, but I have a whole video series on that topic. Okay, yeah. So for them people to realize that actually the rapture, it talks about in 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, it's talking about the day when there's going to be we're stepping up, humanity's stepping up to a different level right now. Mm-hmm. But then there'll be another level after the 1,000 years of peace on earth. There's going to be yet another level. And that level is about how we're going to have, actually the Bible promises the new heaven that is not going to be, it's going to be like like Paradise Restored. You ever heard of that book, Paradise
Yeah.
Lost and Paradise Restored? That's what the promise is in God's word. There would be, paradise will be restored. We'll have the health, and even we're going to have that during the 1,000 years of peace, but because it's going to health and wealth and all of this for 1,000 years, but there's still going to be death. At the rapture, there's no more death. This is what the promise is in God's word, that it'll be truly paradise restored, just like Adam and Eve in the garden before all this happened.
Absolutely. We know that the deep state, and even from thousands of years ago, they've been obsessed with DNA and changing and editing our DNA. And maybe that's why we used to live up to 1,000 years old, and now we can't, because they've edited our DNA, and they want to separate the spirit from us and make us into robots. So maybe all of that one day will end and will be completely restored as how God intended it to be on earth.
That's what he says in his word, that's going to happen. But right now we're stepping into this different day where at least the beast who's been doing all this, like you just said, they'll be gone. And that's what the book is about. End times and 1,000 years of peace. It's the end of them doing all this evil to us. Fauci's on right now, right? He's before Congress. I could stomach it for like 5 minutes. I was like, I've got to flip this thing off now. It was driving me insane. But there's so many people who are exposing him, and really exposing, because he's really the head of this for our health, to destroy humanity's health. And so he's being exposed. So let's all just keep in there with our digital soldiers and to expose him. Like Carrie, I don't know I just posted something on my Telegram channel about Carrie just died just before the pandemic started. And he was the one who had been trying to expose Fauci for years. And so now he's gone, but we're taking up the charge to expose these people. So, yeah. The other thing I wanted to talk about, because this is a big thing that's happening, a lot of discussion about, and this weird teaching, very strange passage in Genesis chapter 6 about the Nephilim. And the main thing I wanted to say, I'm probably going to do a whole video series on it, but I just want to shout out for everyone who's been hearing these things. It's very strange. The first thing I want everyone to realize is that, thank God, the spirit, the spiritual beings cannot touch us. They cannot touch us. They can do a lot of damage. They can entice us to take the jab. They can do all kinds of different things. They can motivate people to do evil. Okay. But they can't touch us. Thank God. Because the reality is, if they could, humanity would have been gone long ago.
They can only, absolutely. And I believe they can only touch us if we allow them to, because we have free will.
Right. And to enter into us. Exactly. I'm so glad you said that. So that's really what the issue is, that we have realized is that these people they're people who've literally taken in, like, it appears that Saget, I don't know if you've seen some of the jokes that they were making about Bob Saget and the evil and the pedophilia. It's just, and that they've willingly chosen to do these evil things, and they joke about it. It's like, you've got to be kidding me. And how is any of this funny? But they've chosen, like you just said, to do that. And that's how they take in these demons. Because for normal people, we're like, you got to be kidding me. There's no way. Okay. So, but then they join forces kind of with the enemy, like Fauci, to do this, to try to destroy humanity, or to do, financially destroy humanity, or with wars, or with all this. Okay. So there's a very strange verse is in Matthew chapter 12, verse, I think it's 43. And it says that the spirit goes into waterless places seeking rest. It's like, what is it talking about? And it's that these evil spirits are looking for a host. They're looking for a place, someone to dwell within, so that they can operate through those people. Okay. And the thing is, you and I, we want the spirit of light, the goodness and love to operate in us. We don't want, anytime we get near something that's dark, we're like, we just recoil. We're like, we don't want to have anything to do with that. Right. But some of these people clearly have. And so, all right. So the reason I bring that up is, okay, he talked about that they're seeking a host. Jesus talked about that. And then he also talked about this very strange passage where this man had a legion, literally like 1,000, maybe it's 2,000, whatever, all these demons inside of him. This is the man of the Gerasenes. Anyways, y'all can look it up if you want to see the story, because I can't share the screen today. But basically, this guy was just like, he had gone completely nuts. He was living out by himself. He was, like out in the wilderness. He was like, had become like an animal. Okay. Not so different from some of these deep state people, but anyway, whatever. So the Jesus went over and he went straight to the guy. The guy said, "Why are you bothering? Why are you coming to us? Don't you know it's not yet time?" And that's so cool, because of right now, this sign in the heaven shows that this is the time. Now truly is the time. We're living in the day when this is the time, and we were chosen to help to reveal and help to propel this message. That's why we, you and I just can't stop. And everyone on your channel, we're all in the same battle, because we're, even if our family members don't understand and all that, we're still fighting. All right. So then it says, are you ready? Are you going to throw us into the abyss before the time?
Mm-hmm.
They know. The demons know. They knew back in that 2,000 years ago, it was not yet time, but now they know now is the time. Okay, so then he said they pleaded with Jesus because they know he has authority over them, and they said just cast us into the pigs. So Jesus said yes, they could go into the pigs, and so they went into the pigs, and literally the pigs went nuts, and they rushed off down the steep incline and into this water and drowned. Pigs aren't really good swimmers.
Absolutely. Well, I do see the change in 2022, that the narrative is changing on the mainstream media. More people are slowly waking up. I'm seeing more kindness. I don't know about over there where you are, but I'm seeing it here. What do you think?
Yeah. So, so this guy, at the end of that story was that this guy was set at peace, because then, all that was bothering him was gone. And that's really where we're headed, is all this that's been causing the depression, causing all this, the wars, the difficulties between people, the financial devastation, all this is going to be gone. And it's slowly peeling away. And it's like the last gasps of all of this happening around us. So, and I think that we still are seeing a lot of struggle as this is being done. Okay. That's what we're seeing over here. And, especially because it's tough. I don't know, maybe more people are waking up in Europe. I don't know. It seems like it's tough for people in America to wake up, because we've had it so good for so long. We've had so much freedom. I think that it's hard for people to realize that this is it. But anyway, the other part about the Nephilim I wanted everyone to see is, if you look in Genesis 6, it's got this weird passage. It says that the sons of God had relations with the daughters of men. And that's where they get this Nephilim. They say these are the giants. Well, I was just listening to someone talk about this the other day, and that they're no longer have the large physical stature, but it's not. And so I would agree with that it's not really about their physical stature. It's their giants in the ways of the evil, of the things that they have done. They've been able to do things in a way that's just where they have run circles on us until now. This great sign in the heavens that shows that we're finally winning. We're finally going to destroy them, and all this is going to stop. Anyway, so I just wanted people to know that it's not really about them physically having relations and having physical progeny. It's about that they had literally gone to dwell within them, within these people. And that's what we all realize is what's been going on. These people have got to be, we're not big on wanting to punish people generally. We just were like, we need to, we kind of have just been like, we want to forgive that person. And, but the reality is we realize now these people have taken a very bad mark. They've made a very bad choice, and they have to be gone. And so that's where we are really like, we're not going to just like, we'll forgive and forget. This is the day when we have to say they have to be removed from us, so we have peace.
And like you said, many of us have decided in the medical industries and in different types of industries, people are leaving for the first time like ever before and wanting to stand in their truth and morals. And this is an energy frequency that we're all putting towards to, because it's changing exactly with what you're saying.
Yeah. Yeah. And I really hand it to them, because these people like over here, they potentially lose their jobs. This one girl who's on my channel, though, she lost her job. She just messaged me. She said she had lost her job, but now she's working with a company who is being able to give people the hydroxychloroquine and the ivermectin and treat them well. Isn't that terrific?
And that's absolutely amazing. Very, very good.
So
absolutely.
you never know, when one door closes, another amazing door can open, and just really trust, because, the reality is, in your heart, she couldn't do for any amount of money that they would be willing to pay her. She couldn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So anyway, I just wanted those are the main things I wanted to bring up today, because it's very confusing. A lot of these, we research. And so just, for people to realize that, thank God, these spiritual beings cannot touch you. You are safe. Okay. And as long as you don't, that you listen to that spirit inside your heart, and you listen, then you're going to be okay.
Absolutely. Good intention is the key to God's kingdom. Just good intentions, honest intentions. Yeah. Absolutely.
And everyone treating each other, the way that we want to be treated. Absolutely.
Well, you look absolutely lovely where you are. I wish I was there with you in the hot country, because it's freezing over here in the UK. But Melissa Redpill, it's been an absolute honor to speak with you. Thank you so much. Is there anything else that you'd like to say to the viewers before we finish?
Yes. Okay. My website is freedomforce.live. I'm working on getting something worked on right now. At this very minute, it's down, but check it out, freedomforce.live. All the links are there. We're now getting on Gab and CloudHub. We have a team that's getting us everywhere. And so check out our site, freedomforce.live, and come to our Freedom Force Battalion Telegram. That's where we are all communicating and just getting in there and fighting and helping to expose all this.
And don't forget Truth Social coming out on the 21st of February next month. Amazing. Can't wait either. I cannot
wait. Yeah. It talked about on the boards they had talked about this, about Calm's Good, February 21st. They said this way back in 2018. And so, I have a feeling they were pointing us to that. We're going to have good comms. So, I appreciate all that you do, Nick. I just love you so much. And I'll see you on our next time.
You too. I love you too much. And I'll speak to you soon. God bless you. Okay.
All right. Bye, guys. Have a great day.
Bye.